Hi, just going to do a quick little math video. We're going to review area today. So I put the definition of area up on the board. Area is the number of square units covering a surface, or instead of surface we could say shape, all right? Surface could be your floor or your counter or your wall. If you are building a house or putting tile down on your floor or on your bathroom wall. So we're going to practice a little bit of area today. So if you don't have your marker with you, or if you don't have a piece of paper and pencil, run and get those things. And I'm going to do a little bit on my board, and we'll come back together in about 30 seconds. Alright, that was just about exactly 30 seconds. So, what I've drawn up here is one square. So, if we look at the top here, it says 5 inches. That tells us we want 5 squares for our columns. So, if I only have one, I'm going to add 4 more. So, that's 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll get my A out of the way. And 5. Okay. So I have 5 going across. On the side here it says 3. So that means I want to have 3 rows. 1, 2, 3. But that's not covering the whole surface, because remember, we need to make a square or a rectangle surface. So I need to finish this. So I'm finishing my columns. So I made my columns, and I'm going to finish my rows. And now I've covered the whole rectangle. Now, we could count all of the squares. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And that's what we started with when we started area. Then we moved on to doing count bys. So we said our columns have 3 in each, so we can count by 3. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. Or we could count the row squares. And that would be count by 5. 5, 10, 15. Then we moved to actually showing just an area model. And that was when we actually took away the lines. Remember when we took them away? And I said, no more squares, no more squares. We're not drawing any more squares. Because we had realized that to get 15 square inches, remember we said squat in, we could do what with the 3 and the 5? What did we do with the 3 and the 5? We multiplied. So we knew that area became multiplication. The number of square units covering a surface using multiplication. Okay? All right, so let's just do a couple quick ones, and then we're going to look at a word problem real quick. Hello, King. Yes, we're doing area. You don't know anything about area. What do you think? Is it possible for those two shapes to have the same area? So if we had somebody come into my house and we said, we want to tile our hallway and we want to tile the kitchen. So the man comes in and he measures and he figures out how many squares for each. And he says, oh, it's amazing. They both have the same area. We would need the same number of square tiles for each. So if he said, well, the hallway is 1 foot by 16 feet. So what would the area of the hallway be? We're going to take both of our lengths, 1 and 16, and we're going to multiply. Remember, we use that, and that equals 16. So 16 square feet. Now, over here, it's going to be the same thing. We're going to get 16 square feet. So, I wonder what the measurements might be if we want 16. A couple different ways we could do it. I want you to be thinking. Maybe you want to write it down. A couple different ways we could do it. All right, you might have written 2 and 8. So 2 feet here, 8 feet here. Okay. You could have also done 4 feet and 4 feet. And got 4 times 4 equals 16. Sorry about that, folks. That was a little WrestleMania here. The boys are wrestling, and they knocked over my laptop. Ugh. Okay, so let's look at a word problem now using the area. One word problem, and then we'll be done. So this time, I'm going to write the word problem. I want you to try to solve it on your board. And then we'll look at the answer together, okay? Okay. Ready? Jack's house is 12 feet by 3 feet. Kane's house is 10 feet by 3 feet. Who has a bigger house? So when you solve this problem, I want to see the two houses drawn, which would be rectangles. I want to see the side lengths labeled. I want to see the answer shown, and then the sentence, who has the bigger house. I'm going to leave that up there. I'm going to give you about 1 minute to work. So I'm looking at the timer on my video screen, and it's at 10 minutes, 10 seconds. So when it's 11:10, I'm going to go over the answer. Okay, you should be finished up. If you're not finished up, that's okay. I'm going to start going over it. So we have the two houses, two dogs. So I'm going to make sure that I draw two rectangles. So I'm going to label Jack, and I'm going to label Cain. And Jack is 3 by 12. So I'm going to draw his like that. I'm going to label 3 feet, 12 feet. Oh no, I hear them. Oh, here we go. Oh. Are they coming over, or are they going to stay in the other part? Boys, go up and see Daddy. Go see Daddy. Okay, so 12 by 3, and we just went over how we find areas. So you would multiply 12 times 3 equals. Now, if you don't know that fact right away, you could do break apart. I wonder if any of you did that. Anybody do break apart? Be a good idea. All right. So I would keep the 3 because it's the smaller number. I'd break apart 12 into 10 and 2. That's an easy fact, 3 times 2. Also, 3 times 10 is pretty doable. 3 times 10 is 30, plus 3 times 2 is 6. So, 30 plus 6, 36. 12 times 3 is 36. All right, let's do Cain's. Cain is also 3 feet. His is a little shorter. He's only 10 feet. So 3 feet and 10 feet. This one, I don't think we need to do break apart because it's a 10. And multiplying by a 10, we should be able to do. Okay, so we're going to do 10 times 3 equals 30. So it looks like Jack has 36 square feet. Cain has 30 square feet. Who has the bigger house? I agree. I'd say Jack too. Jack has a bigger house because his is 36 square feet, but Cain has 30 square feet. Okay. We're going to Zoom on Wednesday, and I will need you to have your marker boards and marker, or paper and a pencil. We're going to do some math together. Okay, so have those things ready, and we're going to do some math, and we're going to stay muted. When I call on you, then you'll unmute yourself and answer. And I want everybody, though, showing their boards to the camera so I can see who got it correct also. All right. So I will definitely see you on Wednesday. I hope to have most of you there. If not all of you, I would love love to have all 22 of you there. That would be wonderful for all of us to see each other. Okay, see you later. Bye.